Hello everybody, this is Leela and I'm doing a video for YouTube uh, because today is um, dog, cats, and pets. So that could be any type of pets that anybody has. And so I dressed my dolls in pets and what pet I put on them clothes, and then I am going. I can't do that. Well, let's also talk about yourself. And yeah, my son is behind me talking to his friends on his computer, so you might hear him talk too. Anyways, I'll finish get my doll. Here is my Malachi. I'm gonna turn on the light back here. See if it's gonna help a little bit. Okay. Here is my Malachi. He has like a little dog on his top, and he has little doggies on his socks, and he has a dog on him. Caramel, come here.
Oh God. Oh God, why, Scott?
Since it's pets, here's my Caramel. Hey, say hello, puppy. Look at that. Here's my puppy, my Caramel. Yeah, he's like, what, 10, 11? 11 or 12? Something in that way, years old. So he's an older dog. But I still call him Puppy. Hmm? I still call you Puppy. And then my other pet, where is he? Come here, baby. Come on. There we go.
It still sounds painful.
Here's my Raz. You know, if it's pets, well, here's my Raz. He's my other pet that I love. Hey, I love you. Yeah, I love you. And then I have Yume. He's wearing also a um it's like overalls or it's a romper type, and it has like dogs on it. He also has a dog on his hat, which is right here, and he also has on his shirt. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can sit down and show it better. Foxes. Now, why I put foxes atop? Actually, people have foxes as pets. Since they're not wild at that point, they have to keep them protected from the other wild. But yeah, foxes. Some people on YouTube have them as pets. Also, like they're not considered a pet for someone. Just like I know someone who has a toucan as a pet, and they're not pets. They're not supposed to be pets. But yeah, so there's the wilder pets, like snakes and stuff like that. But yeah, lizards.
Yeah.
Um, could be pets too. And anyways, um, so I'm also going to bring the beautiful Yuri, and she has a poodle dog on her top. If I can show it. There.
Oh wait. Is
There you go. There's a poodle.
Just through the entire series.
Nice and pretty.
Doesn't move, does it?
She has a pink hat on. And there she is. She's a very pretty girl. She's my Yuri.
Wait. Oh my God.
Raz is going to either side of my shoulder. And Taylor's being happy. Although we caught a cold here too. I'm going to get my triplets. I didn't have triplets before, now I do. My friend gave me back one of the dolls one of them that I really loved, and so now I have triplets. Um, so this is Melida. Oops, she's wearing a hat with stripes, pink stripes and white, pink and low. She's wearing a little cat on her shirt, and it has, I think, paws. Yeah, that's right, cat paws with little hearts in it. And so she's wearing little pants with it, or they're usually diaper cover, but for her it looks like a pair of pants. And I made it to fit smaller size anyway, so there you go. There's one of my girls. Here is Odell. She is wearing a top with a little birdie. Whoops. A little birdie. And just like me, I have a birdie on my shoulder. So she's wearing a little birdie with socks with pink and white and a hat with flowers on it. And then my other baby, Malu, he's wearing something, he's wearing a top saying that says Little Speedster. And yeah, he has a turtle. Turtles are pets too. People have turtles as pets for sure. Like also snails and so many types of strange pets that you can get. So yeah, so that's why I dress them for pets. Um, for me, since also it's Thursday that you talk about yourself. This is new in the Facebook. Our Facebook doll lovers, doll collectors group. We have Talk About Yourself Thursdays. So I will talk about myself. When I was a child, my dad, he lived like a farmer. He went to work every day. When I was a child, he would work as a farmer, and we had pig. We had pigs right away. We had goats though. We had goats. I don't think we had pigs then. Chickens. I think we had a sheep. Pheasants. So we had a small barn. I'm trying to remember what we had. So we had those animals.
You guys remember the giant, right?
If I'm forgetting any, it doesn't seem to be. And yeah, so I grew up with animals, and so when I was little, like my brother wasn't very nice to us either. He's never been. So one time my father had a male female goat, and he had a baby boy. I can't remember all the names right now, and my brother got him all excited or hard. Cruel. Not actually. He was mean, but my brother was mean to it, so it would go after people, and definitely my sister and I, because since we live in the country, he would come after us, and my dad had to put it down because he was attacking people. So, especially my grandfather didn't want us to be attacked by it, so he had to kill the goat. But yeah, so we did that, and my dad, the chickens, we had eggs, and some of them my dad would kill for to eat and stuff. There was one time my dad would cut off the chicken's head, and then it started running. I remember one running after me, and I was scared. I ran, and it ran, and I ran up the stairs to my grandfather's house, and it ran after me, and I was screaming, and my grandfather helped me get in and everything. And so from that time, my dad would before cutting their head, would hang them upside down and chop their head off, so he doesn't run away. I remember that when I was little. As I grew older, my dad did get pigs at some point. The barn had burnt down because one of the people went in, and that time they had like a lantern in the barn, so he must have hit it onto the hay, and we had animals in it that died in there. but the barn did burn down, and so my dad lost a lot. So anyways, I know later on in life he had pigs. We had chickens, pigs. Oh, and we had enormous gardens. Our gardens was big, big gardens, and we had vegetables. A lot. I mean, some of them they would go up. Since we're living in the country, up there's when you go up the road, it was a road that goes up like this. So it would go up that way, and then they would sell tomatoes and vegetables up there because we had a lot. Um, because it was my father and some other guy that were, um, um, well, the guy, like it was a place for homeless too. So, 'cause, my dad was once a homeless at that time. No, before then, I mean, before I was born. So, um, yeah, so my grandfather helped a lot of people by he bought that property to get people, he wanted to live amongst homeless people and learn from them. And yeah, he was a wonderful man, my grandfather. Anyway, so the other guy that was helping my dad out and stuff, and he actually burnt the barn down. He's a very nice guy. It's not that. It's just something. Anyways, not gonna get into that one. So anyways, yeah, as he grew older, he got pigs, and um, the first group were more wilder, so they we couldn't get close to them. They would just run off. And I remember helping my dad get the pigs in the pen because oh my gosh, they would somehow find a weak spot, um, drop the gate down, and then they would run out, and my dad had to fix it, and we had to get them back all in there. So I'd help my dad sometimes with that. So that and uh, yeah, I had we had the small dogs at those in those days too. I still have a small dog, but my other ones were smaller than him, and so we had. Mhm, I'm not sure what we had, but I don't know if they were mixed with palm or they were spits, but they were some type of yeah mix. Anyways, so yeah, we had pigs. Next group of pigs he had were more tame. We could get close to them, pet them. They're just like a dog or a cat. They were dirty, of course, because they would roll in the mud, the dirt, whatever, because the sun. So they would try so that they wouldn't get burned because their skin was pink. So they would do that. But very friendly. We could go and pet them and everything. But after that group, my dad got another group which were not tame again, and so he took care of them. And my dad at some point got cancer, colon cancer, which he died of. So yeah, so at that point I was around um, 19, but no, 20. My dad died when I was 20, because I had my first son, and yeah, I was 20 when I had him. Mm-hmm. So yeah, um, so that's mostly what if we're talking about animals and stuff. I wanted to put that in too. So it's like a mix of animals, um, that pet. I mean, like dog, cats, and pets, and just talk about what I remember about the past, because also it's talk about in the Facebook group is talking about us ourselves. So yeah, that's what cutting out again. It was like living there. I loved it. I would be like on the farm, on the grounds, and I would, since my health is not good, I was always, my health was never the best anyways. I would go into the garden, and the best way for me, I would get pull weeds out away from plants, and I would sit on my bum and just scoot to the, that's the only way I could do it without tiring out too easily. Because of standing up would just tire right away. So I could spend hours just um, sitting there, taking roots out. of the garden, and some other things I would do too. Um, there was a couple of times I wanted to help people out, like I had this, lots of times we somehow got snakes in the basement, so I would get them. I wasn't scared of snakes. I would get them, take them out, and take them out of the basement and let them uh, roam free in the country and not in our basement. My sister was really scared of them though. She'd always tell me when there was a snake in the house. So I would take them out, and then um, I had a call from a person that was living there too, and he had a bird in his house, and he was scared and he didn't know how to get it out. So I went to him, and I took um, a blanket and I threw it over the bird and held the bird uh, towards me carefully, because they're not hard. And it was just freaking because he was banging in the window and stuff. So I took him close to me and I brought him out. And after that, after I took the blanket and everything off him, he was on my hand. And when I brought him outside, he wouldn't get off my hand. He was there, like almost saying, like, I like you very much. You took good care of me, and I'm not scared. And I tried like to put my like throw my hand up so he could fly off. It took me a couple times to do it because he didn't want to leave my hand. He seemed to be comfortable there. So yeah, that was one time. There was a time when me and other people got there was a bat in my house, and we took another again something to cover the bat and to bring him out, and let them go. That's I've always helped animals in my life, you know. So like even bees that have bees in their go in the house and people would freak out, and I would have to take like I do like a cup cover paper under and bring the bee out. I've done that. I never got stung. Yeah, as I got older, for me. Also, yes, that's right. I forgot to talk about it. Um, as a teenager, I also had a rabbit. He was a big rabbit, like floppy-eared big rabbit. That's right. They were in the barn. That's when my dad was still around. He had like rabbits in the barn, and they were for food. And I wanted a rabbit, and I decided like I want to get a rabbit from there. And so I did. I got a boy, and we became like really good friends, um, to the point where one day um, he was out of his cage because I didn't lock him in his cage or up and let him do a run around, you know. One day when I went downstairs, the door to the basement, because I had him in the basement. I don't know if I was cleaning or whatever, but I had him in the basement, and the basement door was wide open to the outside. And I'm like, oh, I was so stressed and scared and worried that my rabbit, I would have lost him. Like, there's no way I would get him back. But I went out anyways to see if I could look for him. And he was standing outside, not moving. And I was able to go get him, and he let me pick him up and everything, no problem. He was there. That's shocking. Like, you don't expect an animal to do that, but yeah, no problem whatsoever. So yeah, I don't know. And then so that was one time as a teen that I had a bunny rabbit. Yeah, I had, like I said, we had dogs then too that I'm not gonna get to. But yeah, and then and later in my life, I got rats. My husband got mice, and very, very wonderful animals that rats are. Mice are not as, not that they're not friendly, they're just not as easy to tame, or not as tame. And so he would take care of the mice, and I had my rats. And My kids and I really, really did love the rats. They were very sweet, very loving creatures. We still wanted rats. Like I was talking to my husband and things to have a rat. And then what happened is one day my friend, she needed my help. And she said, could you take care of my animals? Like she got a African gray. That's a bird. It's a parrot, not a. Um, so I went and I took care of it, and I know birds are very loving, and so I didn't think they were not, but I didn't know how connected you can be with a bird. And when I saw that, I fell in love. I wanted a bird badly. So I talked to my husband and I say, "Oh, please, please, please pay half with me. I want to get a bird." But I studied and looked about the bird, and because I wanted to know what bird was best for me. So I looked around, I read about it and everything, and I didn't want a big bird. I didn't want because it's a lot of work. A bird is a lot of work. But he's easier to clean because he's smaller. Where the big bird makes bigger messes. So I said to my husband, I want a Quaker. Like they're bigger than some, smaller than others. Like he's a perfect size for me. And I told my husband I want the Quaker. I found a lady that was selling a Quaker online. She said that he wasn't tame. He's fine with me, not with other people, but he's very fine. Like you say, he wouldn't be on my shoulder if he wasn't comfortable with me. But yeah, so she showed me the bird. She had like a glove on and everything, and I said, okay, yes, I want him. So we took him, and I brought him upstairs in one of the bedrooms, and right away I took him out of his box, and I started learning. I started right away trying to communicate with the bird, trying to show him that I cared about him and how I'm not here to hurt him, but more that I wanted to be his friend. And the same day, my husband was shocked. He's like, he's on your shoulder. How did you get him on your shoulder? I'm like, I don't know. You just on my shoulder, like, and from then on, like, he's always been around me. Gets spooked a little bit of some stuff that I do, but like I'm trying to get him or trying to pet him. He doesn't like to me to hold him, but after I'm holding him and petting him, he's okay. But to get him to hold him, he does not crazy. He'd rather be on my shoulder like that. And I can pet him. He'll let me pet him. Hey, Razzie, he'll let me pet you. Like, yeah. He'll let me pet him, but he doesn't like me picking him up too much. Hey, baby. Yeah. So that's how he does it. That's how we do it. Yeah. And I don't know. And then people says, "Oh, you're just I don't know, connected to animals." Like I've been oh yeah, like I've been around many animals. I've been around dogs, cats, and people are scared like when the dog like I got bitten a couple times, like 2 times in my life, and I've been around dogs. So that's incredible. Like, oh yeah, there was another time, a lady had a pet dog, and she's like, "Be careful, he bites people." So all I did is I sat down on the ground. I had my legs crossed, and the dog went on me and laid down there and didn't move. He rested or slept on me. And the lady's like, she was shocked because she's like, this does not usually happen. The dog does not just come and sit in your lap, in somebody's lap like that. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. And then somebody, like when I was living in the country, my dog got attacked by a is it a bulldog? Anyways, yeah, she had grabbed him by the head, and I stuck my hand. That's how I got bit, though. Stuck my hand in her mouth because their jaws locked, trying to get my dog from like he had. We were able to get him loose after a while, but I put my hand in there. I wanted to protect my dog, and then I had like bite marks on my hand. Um, so that is one thing that happened. So yeah, but it's fine. I mean, I didn't have. It's not my. I always the bites I had was not enough for going to the hospital or anything like that. Anyways, and then it was a um, German Shepherd. The other one. What happened is not that the dog really bit me because I'll explain in a minute. But what happened is I was with him, petting him and everything. I think what happened is he got spooked. The guy behind me started yelling. The dog bit me, but not like that hard. He felt bad because when the lady says, "Come in, come in," one finger was bleeding. One finger. He had got me on my one finger, and it was just that, not that bad. One finger, a bit of blood, whatever. And so, but I didn't run. I didn't get scared. I didn't like. That's what you're supposed to do. I just stayed like the way I was, calm and everything. And the everybody was around me screaming, panicking. I'm like, I'm okay. I'm okay. Don't worry. It's just one finger. And the dog, I could notice that he saw me as Alpha, because he would like walk around me and his head was down, like I'm sorry, kind of. He would walk around me, and so yeah, it's like I was calm. I didn't freak out or anything. And that's what my husband always say. You have some skill with animals. I don't know what you have. And he says it's any type of animal. They all come to you. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. That's what happens. Yeah. So and um, but I love my animals. I love my animals, don't I? Yeah. I love you too. I love you. So yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I have anything else. Oh, there was another time I went to a friend's apartment, and she babysits this my friend's friend apartment. I went with her, with my friend, anyways, to her appointment, and she had a little dog, and I pet him and he bit me. And I'm like, and I just started my garden. I look at him and I say, "You're not gonna scare me that easily." I didn't get mad or anything, but he decided to run away. He didn't, and then every time I tried to come near him, he didn't want to come near me. I was scared. I think he was shocked that I didn't run away when he came after me. So yeah, he was scared of me and he wouldn't come near me. I think what happened is this dog, every time he would try to attack someone, they would run away, which is the reasons why he would bite, just hoping that I would run off, and I didn't. With that dog, he's the one that bit me the most. He had more marks on my, not like it's a big bite, but it had a lot more bites on my hand because he bit me. And then, but again, like I said, it doesn't bother me. And like I said, if I did something wrong, the dog, oh, that's the one. And then another thing is in my adulthood again, younger adult, of course. I had a friend, she had her dog. His name was Mikey. That's a while back. Like I said, he's not around anymore.
What am I holding right now?
But it was her dog. But I don't know. There's a strong connection between me and him. I really loved him. Really, really loved him. And people would say that he'd bite them, but he never bit me. And it was just a big. Um, I'm not sure what type of dog he was. We think he's a mix because he had spots like a oh God, what did he call, on his back and stuff, but he was very big. He almost looked like a bulldog at the same time. He had like it looked like it was a mix of certain dogs. Anyways, and I would be around him, play with him, there's just a connection between me and him. Like he bit his owner, or he bit like a lot of people, and not me. So we had this connection, and one day her mom, that's when she had her female and him together. She got another dog, and her mom yells at me, "Careful, he's gonna bite you!" And I jump because the way she screamed, she made me don't like. Then I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. He's never bit me, and you're just freaking me out, because that's what she did. She scared me. Never bit me. That dog never bit me. And when he was dying, I said to my friend, like I told my friend, if he's ever at the point where he's gonna die, come and get me. I want to be there with him. So she brought me when he was at that point, and he stood up and came to me, and she said, that is shocking. She says, no other person that he went through, he would walk to them. He would not do it. He did it for you. And I'm like, I don't know. I loved that dog. I didn't know. So we had some type of connection, and yeah. Like she always reminds me that about that. Yeah. So that's one other thing. Now the next thing is she had three dogs, now she has two. But there was another time that when she had the three, she had a those hairy, not for hairy dogs, those little bichon, I don't know, not um the dogs with the hair. Anyways, and right now I can't think of the names and stuff, but my mind is blank. But he she asked me to come and help her because her dogs were misbehaving. So I said, okay, I'll come and see you. So I go there, and they saying that the little dog was the troublemaker of the group. So um, I went, and the first day I arrived there at her place, I just watched. I just observed the dog to see what was really going on. And then I found out that it's not the little one that was misbehaving, but there was her medium-sized dog, because she has also a golden retriever, but that was the one that was making trouble. So when I did go to get the little dog, by accident I grabbed him by behind and he bit me, and I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. It's not. I'm sorry." So I petted him. It's okay. It's okay. It's just me. So he was okay with that. So I said to my friend, "That's not him. That's the trouble." Yes, he's attacking. He's attacking because he's being um, attacked by the other one, which he's hiding. He's not. He's making it look like it's the little one. Anyways, so um, after I explained her and um, did what I need to do with them, things seemed to calm down a lot. And the um, female dog, which was the baby of the dog and the other dog that was playing with her male dog that died. Anyways, it's all a messed up thing. But anyways, she was a bit of a troublemaker because her male dog was a troublemaker because he would show her stuff and then he'd let her get herself into trouble. So anyways, it was just all a messed up thing. And since she didn't train her dogs properly, they were the run of the house. Like they were doing whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted. And I'm like, you don't have, I said, you're definitely not the person that knows how to deal with dogs because your dogs have the run of the house. But when I come, they were all their place quiet and everything. So I broke, one thing I did is I broke them from going, like I stopped them from going to the window because the window seemed to get them all excited and barking and everything. So I pulled them away from the window and I would stop them from barking and stuff. Except when people come in and they go crazy, but other than that, yeah. And the female will also run off. So it was a lot. I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work when somebody that has a dog doesn't know how to train them. So, but yeah, yeah. All to tell you guys about all my animal and everything. Um, so I hope you like my video. I hope you watch the video. And so yeah, yeah, that's my life with animals. And so a very happy life. I love my animals. Like I can't see me living without everything. Like my cats. I had cats too. And see, I forgot the cats. I've had cats throughout my life, like not just my dogs. I had cats too, and I love them. Like they're a lot of work too. Cats, a lot of cleaning, a lot of, if you have allergies, it's not always the good thing to have cats because if you're alone, okay, if you have a husband can help, but when your allergy is really bad, the cat urine is really strong and can you can start getting allergies because of that. So at this point, like I'm not interested in having a cat. There was a lot. We had to do a lot of cleanup and everything. I found out now more because what reason they would be doing that, because they're jealous of another animal or stuff like that, whatever. So, anyways, right now I just have my dog and my bird, and yeah, like I said, all animals. I love all animals, and um, yeah, I wasn't even thinking of getting a bird, and now I have one. Hey, Red?
There's a lot of this.
No, I have you, Way.
Dimensions.
I'm lucky.
Wait.
Yeah, and you're smart. He's smart. He was climbing up something
I
and
mean, I need to learn
everything.
my combat and maybe work better.
I love you. Anyways, like I said, I will like go now. I think I talked about everything. And yeah, you know, cats silly, you know, everything. Anyways, and I hope you like my video, and I'll come back at some point. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.